Hi, I'm Philippa Musikant, the High Performance Gymnastics Coach at the Glasgow School of Sport. At the School of Sport, one of the things we do is lots of different types of warm-up, from jogging, sidestepping, some rebound work, perhaps even adding in some conditioning, to lines, what we call lines. Lines are when we literally go up and down the floor area, concentrating on the good shapes, the good quality, the flexibility, and just putting into practice some of the things that we're then going to move on to apparatus and do. Here we see the gymnast moving through the forward leg kicks, side, and we'll see back as well. The quality we're seeing here is exceptional. The gymnast obviously showing good range of movement and flexibility. But even when you're doing this with young kids, once they start in gymnastics, try and focus on their posture, coming back to the right position, and being able to work to their level. With the constant work that we're doing in the gym on flexibility, they will eventually get to this position, the ring kick, which obviously is then taken on to adding into leaps and jumps, both on the floor and on beam. Combining forward, sideways and backwards movements, also important. We rarely work in just one direction in gymnastics. Here we see really good quality movements all the time, no matter what the exercise is. It's important to ensure that the gymnast is able to do any skills that you're asking on apparatus first on the floor. We spend a lot of time just working on the lines, both upright obviously, upside down, right through from the upper body to the toes. Here we're concentrating on the form, the flexibility in the lumbar fold, walking there, and here the ankle extension right through to the toes. Then combining some of the basic skills, the roll through to swim through. This is a key move that we see often in very basic gymnastics routines, and the range and conditioning work that the boys and girls have to do. Lots of work done on handstands, static handstands, walking in handstands, walking forwards, backwards, sideways. Really, the more time we can spend on handstand work in your gym, the better the gymnasts will get at it, and also to encourage them to do some exercises using handstands outside of the gym, because it's the key element on vault, beam, bars, everything. Once they're at a particular level, you move quickly on to the back flips. This obviously is preparation to put onto the beam. A single back flip on its own with split leg. You'll see the great push through the legs, the lovely extension, the lift and the lightness with which the gymnast is tumbling at. Combining more than one skill and back flips and somersaults together, the flick layout. Many repetitions on the floor before moving on to the beam. Conditioning. Lots of time spent on conditioning, lower body, ankle raises, straddle lever walks, upper body conditioning and mid-body tension. We often use conditioning as part of the warm-up. The gymnasts are fresh in their body and in their mind. It certainly raises their heart rate, gets their muscles full of the blood, oxygenated blood that we want. And actually they'll find it more enjoyable than when they're tired at the end of a session. So we often put it in right at the beginning. Not a lot, we don't want to be exhausted for the rest of the session, but a quick circuit and combining different skills and different conditioning exercises together. Most of the conditioning that we do is simply using the gymnast's own body weight, chin-ups, in overgrip and in undergrip. Again, looking at the different hand placements, getting them to understand their body shapes. And here, even pulling behind head, working on the shoulders and the trapezius down the back. So whilst we don't use heavy weights for the gymnasts, particularly at a young age, we do occasionally use ankle weights. These exercises, once they can be done without the ankle weights, with good quality and great shapes, put the ankle weights on, it just gives an added extra for the gymnast to focus on. Not only static positions held, but moving in and out of positions. So we're working off the edge of the tumble run here and on the tumble run, just to enable the gymnasts to have a little bit more extra that they need to put in, concentrating on the large muscle groups, the quadriceps, the lifting, moving in and out of positions. The area that needs probably a lot of work on in conditioning for most of the young gymnasts is the abdominals and the lower back muscles. Always work them in combination. If you're conditioning one, you should condition the other, as we see here. In young children, these are the kind of exercises, perhaps not off the edge of something, but even on the flat floor, that they should be working. If they can understand these muscle groups, then this kind of work, the handstands, the lifts in and out of handstand, become much easier. You'll see here the good body lines, the straight arms in the lift at all times. The assistant simply to balance the gymnast and ensure that they can complete a set of 10, rather than they struggle to do one on their own and then fail. The planche press, important for the caster handstand on the bars, maintaining good body lines. These exercises, once the gymnast can really achieve a good handstand, turning in and out of handstand, important to hold the body shape and simply transfer the weight from one hand to the next as they move along the beam. Again, lots of work in handstand. Here we're looking at the extreme flexibility, which obviously will then be used when the gymnasts are doing their walkovers. Again, good basic elements. No matter what the age of the gymnast, continuous work on flexibility is really important, not only for their good quality work in their skills, but to prevent them from injuries as they start to grow. Lots of different ways to work splits. If you have mirrors, then that's a great help. They can see whether their hips are square, their body line's good, and whether they have quality through their legs and toes. In a bridge, we're really looking for the shoulders over the hands, conditioning within the bridge to ensure that the upper body maintains that strength. Leg kicks, still holding the bridge position, trying to work towards the split there. And again, the walkover out through the split handstand. On both sides, and always quality finish of every skill. Thanks very much for watching our video. Almost all the work that you've seen is really just the basics and just a snippet of the overall picture of a gymnastics program at this level.